Stankoven. Walks right out, feeds that back to Clarke. Now it's followed. And Stankoven chooses that right back to score. And he's got back-to-back goals. Knock back with it. Fantilli to Clarke. Fantilli lines it up, walks in, feeds it back to Clarke, who steps it up, scores, top in front. Is not the number one goaltender for Austria. That is Thomas Farmeyer. As Clarke shoots, tipped into the side of the goal by Joshua Waugh, and it's 4-0 Canada. Waugh pokes it across to Stankoven. In comes Stankoven as Bedard comes off the bench. Stankoven works it back in the corner. Stankoven stays on it, drops it back. Here's a chance. Clarke with a shot. Rebound. Bedard chucks it back. They score! Joshua Waugh! Canada's got the lead. 57 seconds in. Face off against Cooley, who's having a great freshman year at the University of Minnesota. Stankoven wins it. Clarke walks in and shoots. St. Bedard's the Stankoven wins the draw and ties the game. Zellweger along with Bankier and Fantilli. Barrett. Bad for Snuggerud. Bankier comes in. Force it free for back. Owen back works in. Back. He's a back across. Until he shoots. That's blocked. Cam with a chance. Scores. It's 5-2 Canada.
Ellie Piercy, they'll put up offense for sure.
Here's Brandt Clarke passing in front. Shot scores! Cardwell puts it in the back of the net, but it's Brandt Clarke in his first game back who gets the setup. And it's an early 1-0 lead for Barrie.
Classic feed from number 55. Watch how he's able to fend off the defender.
Colts, here's Brandt Clarke at the blue line. Nice move, cuts to the net. Backhand pass, Savard scores! Tyler Savard, the former Sioux Greyhound, gets his first as a Colt.
You see, finally gets that one off. And look at the move here by Clarke on Duarte. What a beautiful setup to Savard in front. But this is the offensive ability of Brandt Clarke. And
the goal line. Frasca poked away by Bellieri. Then the rebound shoveled wide. Back to the point. Clarke again. Now the captain on the power play shot scores. Brandt Clarke might have hit something on the way through. Either way, it's Barrie's third of the afternoon. Trying to kill the last 60 seconds of this power play. Brandt Clarke, wrister, right on goal, scores! It snuck through Bellieri, and that should be Clarke's first as a Colt in this new season. First, he loves to shoot, and it's blocked by Clarke, went off his hand, and that one stung. Clarke, though, trying to catch the steelheads. The empty net is there for Jelsma, feeds it over to Clarke, and he scores. Into the empty net, it'll go into the book as a shorthanded goal.
On it, Clarke a drive, blocked by Pappas. Clarke can get another shot, and he scores! It was just a matter of time, and with a second left in the power play, Brandt Clarke makes it a situation where they get an odd man rush, and they might have it here now. But Sawyer loses it, stolen by Clarke, ahead for Cardwell. Cardwell to Veerling, back to Clarke, they score! No doubt about it. Ethan Cardwell wins it in overtime.
Clarke at the point, drops it back for Cholach. Cholach for Cardwell. Ethan Cardwell skates towards the net, passes it over, and that one trickles in. What a setup as the Barrie Colts have regained. Tyler Savard will go back to Clarke. Clarke trading places with Cardwell. Cardwell in front, Savard, shot scores! Tyler Savard gets one in.
watch Clarke, Cardwell, boom, right to Savard in the slot.
Here at the auditorium in a meaningful game as Barrie gets a blast there from Clarke. Save made. No, it's going to go into the back of the net there, redirecting that one on through where the Colts
work it the other way. And the shot on initially missed, and then with a quick follow through.
Net battling Bo Akey. Out to center, Bertucci, good denial, but Akey's carrying back with it now. Akey, the Waterloo, Ontario native, dumping it in. Behind the net, plenty of Colts are in. Brandt Clarke in and he scores! Too easy for the first round pick. He makes it 1-0 Barrie here early. Bubble or not, Brandt Clarke still doing what he's done all season since coming back from the LA Kings. And Hayes steps into the first-round pick. Good collision right there, but right back the other way. Vierling, a shot, it's off the bar. Clarke following it up to the backhand. Clarke spins to the forehand, they score! Brandt Clarke does it again, it's 2-0 Barrie. Right there, looked like Dmitry Kuzmin had banked in off him. Cardwell applying the pressure in front.
Low pass to glove, 9:16 to go in the third period. Didn't take long after an offensive zone faceoff, and the Colts have tied the game at 1. Clarke found punted again through the seam. Here comes Vierling, drops it off. Clarke back down low, punted a shot, deflected in front, they score. Punt it, banks it off of Jacob Frasha, and it is a 2-1 Colts lead, just shy of 3 to go here in the third. Skates away from Joey Willis and takes a look at the empty net, and this one's going to bounce all the way down and in. And that's going to be a 200-foot goal for Brandt Clarke.
I don't like it.
And they'll drop the puck in. The Colts tap it back again. Clarke throws it end over end, and he's looking for the empty net. Is it going to roll in? Yes, it does. Brandt Clarke with his second empty net goal.
Back to Clarke. We're in the final minute of the third period. Brandt Clarke across to Vierling, takes a shot, scores! Evan Vierling finds the back of the net with a great setup from Brandt Clarke.
4 games, Barrie actually is 14-6, and there's a goal, a tip in front. Frasca scores, evening this one up on the pass. Does a good job getting his stick on that one. Collins just pushes it up against the boards. It's out front. Brandt Clarke with some room. Clarke waits around Robinson to the side, scores. Ethan Cardwell wins it in overtime.
There you go.
McDonald ahead. Finds Clarke, drops for Frasca. Frasca waits, shot, scores! A nice drop back pass from Clarke, finds Frasca, and he puts it in the back of the net. And it's now 2-0.
Watch again, Clarke leading the attack. And then what do? You drop the puck back, go to the front, create a bit of a screen. That'll
to the front of the net, back to the line for Brandt Clarke. Clarke, oh, look at him sift his way right through the traffic, sets it up, and they score. Vierling. Oh, Brandt Clarke, and he distributed. Vierling has made it 2-0.
Watch 55 spin his magic. He's always an outlet. He gets in the open, receives the puck, cuts through the middle. There's 4 sweaters at one point.
Sneaking down as he came all the way over to the left. Now it's picked off. Clarke on the backhand. Droback made the stop, kept it out initially, and Chisholm looks like he's rolled that over the goal line. I have not seen a signal from the official. And Sean Reed is maybe going to take a look. I think that is 6'3" frame as he continues to put size on. He could be a dangerous power forward as Vierling brings the puck out front, and it bounces off of a body and into the back of the net off Vierling's backhand. Vierling has a pair, and just like that, how things can turn.
Yeah, 19 seconds ago we were looking at a potential game-tying penalty shot.
Chris Grizzoli had a great opportunity, but now it's Brandt Clarke. Shot, scores! Brandt Clarke puts that one through Dom DeFincentis, and the Colts are now up by 2.
Grizzolia led this rush to get into the zone, but look at Clarke again, walk that one right into the face-off circle. You got a little bit of traffic.
Away with it. Instead, it's Jodouin the other way. Gets it to Clarke. Moving in on Vakari. Saved. Rebound, they score. Vakari made the initial save. And then it was put home by Chris Grizzolia. Clarke at the point. Tip. And they score. Frasca with the tip home. And it's a 3-0 game.
And another point for Brandt Clarke is who gets that puck through. Frasca able to change the direction of it. And it's a 3-0.
This is Cardwell carrying it in for the Colts. Cardwell across for Clarke. Clarke cuts to the middle, behind the back pass to Cardwell, and he scores! What a setup by Brandt Clarke. And Ethan Cardwell, he finishes, and they've regained the lead.
So different here. Take a look at this move. That's one of those little see you later moves. Draws in a couple defenders, because why wouldn't you? It's Brandt Clarke. He's one of the best players in the Ontario Hockey League. And then you got another guy who's a lefty.
Face off one by the Colts. Clarke to Vierling. He waits, fires and scores! Picks off the corner and takes out the water bottle.
How accurate and how much power he has on them. There is not a lot to shoot at. This angle will kind of show you what he's looking at. And there's
Vierling carrying it around. Vierling decides to go around the net, doesn't take the wrap around, leaves it for Clarke. Brandt Clarke trying to cut to the net, puts that one just wide, side net and scores! Ethan Cardwell, Johnny on the spot.
LeBlanc tracks back in his own zone. The Ice Dogs, I think, Ed, will be happy to get into the locker room with no score, considering how they've been outshot by Barrie, but there's still 15 seconds to go, and here's Brandt Clarke. Clarke with a shot, Rosenzweig. Oh, they score! Clarke's shot sneaks in.
Bulldogs with possession. Vierling took it away from Moore, passing it to Cardwell, settles it down, in front, scores! Guiding that into the net was Brandt Clarke, and he's going to turn it around, decides to drop it for Brandt Clarke. He's got a lane to the net. Clarke, backhand, tucks it around and scores! What a goal from the Barrie Colts captain. Brandt Clarke is second of the night.
It starts all by Vierling, sets it up, and look at the finish by Brandt Clarke, and he's just going to pull Droback across the crease.
As Noah Van Vliet in the box, here's Clarke, shot, scores! With the hat-trick goal, it's Brandt Clarke. And the Colts, they're back with it.
They capitalize on their second straight power play opportunity.
Clarke in front, backhand. What a save by Leenders. Puck's bouncing and they score. Ryerson Leenders did all that he could, but he...
Stopped by Leenders, and just good work here. Vierling, get this puck in front and watch him rob Cardwell twice.
Here's Brandt Clarke to the net. Leenders a save, puck's loose. They're digging and they score. Jacob Frasca able to find that loose puck, and he puts it across the line.
Of Lawrence for Colby Barlow. Bouncing puck got through his stick. Now Brandt Clarke up the middle. Vierling's got another breakaway. Here is Vierling on the backhand. He scores. Second of the afternoon. A quick reply puts the Colts back up by a pair.
At the point, trades places, passes it to Cardwell, and Brochu makes an outstanding save. Rebound off the post and in. What a sequence of events.
Man, and watch this. Vierling's going to turn around, fire this one right off the iron, and then they beat Sudbury last night.
Krawchuk the save, puck's loose, and it's in. Krawchuk made the initial stop, but the Colts looking after that loose puck. It looks like Chris Grisolia. There, Dylan Robinson knocking it away. Colts, though, keep it in. They score! Jacob Frasca on the doorstep got a piece of it.
Power plays in the league, and again, just get bodies to the front. Frasca in front. Watch Clarke. Just a simple shot, nothing special.
But Cardwell scores. Ethan Cardwell on the power play, and the Colts come through and make it 1-0.
Well, Ethan Cardwell there in the back door. They just kept moving the puck side to side.
Weigel to Clarke. Here's Brandt Clarke in the zone. A save by Leenders. Rebound in front of the net. Leenders down. Where's the puck? They score. It's Chaudouin who follows up on the rebound, and he ties the game at 2.
Tough break for Ryerson Leenders. Makes a huge stop in front of the goal. These jerseys are going to be auctioned off as well. So, oh no.
Brandt Clarke with a beauty. He scores. And the Colts captain showing that NHL experience. A lot of hockey left between them. No. There's a penalty coming here to Mississauga.
I don't know about that one.
Hardy got a hold in there. Shot in front. Leenders the save. They score. And Barrie ties the game anyway. Brandt Clarke does it again. 5-5.
Drops it back for Declan McDonald. Here's Clarke. Back to McDonald. Going around the net. Passing it. One-timer scores! Connor Punnett with the blast from the point. Puts it home. And turns it around, trades places with Vierling, drops it to him. Evan Vierling going back to Clarke. Clarke taking it around the Owen Sound net. Brandt Clarke on his backhand, going for his skates. Looks like he can play keep away all night if he wanted to. Here's Vierling now to Cardwell. Shot, scores! Brandt Clarke with a shot through a crowd. Loose puck, shot, scores! Rowan Greg Jodwin finds the loose biscuit, puts it home.
You see the amount of shots he faces every night.
There's a shot from the point, and it's in. Brandt Clarke. Looked like Rosenzweig couldn't see that one. Clarke off the point. Looks to the net. Shot, scores! Brandt Clarke, his second of the night. And that makes it a 4-1 score. Clarke to Vierling. Evan Vierling going to the net. Backhand pass, scores! What a setup by Evan Vierling. That was outstanding. On the far boards. Nice move there. Stays with it, and he gets the hat trick. Brandt Clarke, 3 goals tonight. Here come the Hats. And it's now 6-1.
And again, this guy's just such a competitive player. Look, doesn't give up on the play. 2 Niagara Ice Dogs, and look at them spin and move to come out along the wall and puts it in between the legs and just...
On the power play as Contradelic called for roughing. It's Barrie's first power play of the night. They have the 3rd best power play unit in the OHL. There's Brandt Clarke, and he buries it. Right off the draw, it's a power play marker. And it's the Colts who will get it out. Here's Ethan Cardwell. Cardwell cutting to the middle, backhand pass, far side, scores! Brandt Clarke does it again. That's now 2 on the night.
It's been for goals in a season, it's 23rd. And what a little move by Clarke there. And again, just great patience, set up by Cardwell. But
the other way, here's Bo Jelsma. Already won tonight, drops it to Akey. Akey across, finds Clarke, takes the shot, scores! That one squeaks through the pads of Tristan Melbuff.
He's between the pads of Melbuff, and he's all alone this one, and just enough space there. The pads are open. Clarke spots it and gets it there, and they took over after the first period. Late in the first period.
Nice move, Clarke to the net, passing it across and scores! What a setup, Ty York.
You can never not stop. Get attention. Look at this. I mean, just what a move. He's got no room there. Where's he going to go? And look at this little move there. A little drag there, and then watch this right on the tape to York. And
Nelson, Van Acker, and what a save by Thornton. How did he do that? Now the Colts come the other way. Clarke shot, stop, rebound, scores! Big save at one end.
Watch Thornton just absolutely rob. I think it's just big time stop there in front on Panoir, and then Colts go back the other way. The big rebound by Frost.
Clarke over to Savard. Savard takes a shot, scores! Tyler Savard finds the lane.
It's going to be an important factor for this team, and quick snapper there.
Sets up Hache. Back to Clarke. Those 2 trade places. Side of the net. McDonald scores! That's now 3 power play goals on the night for the Barrie Colts.
44 remaining in this major, and again, Clarke, the architect of this one. And
Shea takes his time. Stays with it. Down low. Brandt Clarke trying the Michigan! And they're saying it did not go in. We got the buzzer. Brandt Clarke is something else. I don't know if that one went in or not. Clarke.
Just puck to Clarke behind the net. And I think he's always going to lift this one. And yeah, that's in, I think.
With a 10-2 final. So we're now past the midway point of this hockey game. Here's Brandt Clarke. Cuts to the middle, holds, fires and scores. That one got under the left pad of Melbuff.
How to kind of walk in, watch the patience here. He's looking up, looking for a teammate, but he's able to wind himself right into that middle ice area. But look at the patience there by the Colts captain. Always involved, and come playoff time, those are the guys that, when you look at the end of the game, they've made a huge contribution.
Shot, scores! Ethan Cardwell is on the board.
Oh, hey, I'm here, guys. You know, I'm here as well, and watch it just wind up there. And
he's taken down. Vierling to the point. Picked up by Clarke. Brandt Clarke decides to take the shot. Deflected side of the net. Scores! Ethan Cardwell. Johnny on the spot. Gets his second of the night.
Grisolia, left side, dropping off for Clarke. Back to Grisolia low, out front, Chisholm, backhand, scores! Callum Chisholm has his second of the game, and the Colts are right back in it.
Second of the game, third of the series for Chisholm, and you can feel it coming.
Vierling from the half boards, down low, Frasca in front. That was deflected. Vierling back to Clarke. Clarke takes the shot through a crowd, scores! I think that one may have gone off Jacob Frasca in front. Backhand pass to Vierling at the point. Clarke goes back to Vierling, waits, fires, scores! What a shot! Evan Vierling puts it off the crossbar and in. Packer, Clarke, empty net. He's got it down the middle and he puts it home. Brandt Clarke from deep in his own zone gives Barrie a 2-goal lead.
Line Clarke off the left, over to Cardwell. Tried it back across the front, tipped away from Vierling. First Ontario Credit Union penalty kill for the Bulldogs as Clarke drives it and scores. And the Colts get one back as Brandt Clarke hits the back of the net to pick up what will be his fifth of the series. Clarke finds the puck on the right side, around the back. Cardwell spins it to the front. Oh, and it came off Lawson Shirk sticking in. Bad luck for the Bulldogs as Lawson Shirk trying to knock that puck away, deflects.
On 4, so plenty of ice out there, and the ice in relatively good condition at the start of the third period. Clarke turns, he scores!
Disguises that disc, that piece of rubber that you can't see. This is how he does it. He camouflages it right into the slot area.
Coming up the pipeline, Cardwell, Clarke fires, scores!
He's sitting in the backdoor position, big right-handed shot. He's going to get stick on puck right there with the heel of his stick.
York putting on the pressure. Two players fall in front. Clarke got a piece of it. DiVincentis with a paddle, still loose, and DiVincentis, it gets behind him and they score! Persistence pays off for the Barrie Colts.
Cardwell circling back into the offensive zone. Winslow is back. Cardwell leaning into Winslow. Now centering pass in front to Clarke on the backhand. He scores!
If that doesn't happen, you turn over the puck, and this is what happens. Big 55 White activates himself.